Finally, it really would be the smallest but most important thing that would take forever to arrive. For days, these boxes would be taunting me like, you don't have the self-control to not open us. Anyway, let's start opening stuff. So I'm using my trusty Joker knife. So I did buy a lot of stuff. Probably the first and most important is a new camera. So we're gonna open that first. I already did open the box just to make sure it was the camera and that everything came, because with my experience with buying cameras, it's usually a much bigger box than this, so I just wanted to make sure. So here's the adapter for the lens, and here is the camera itself. So let's open this bad boy up. The reason I got a new camera was because it was Nikon was having a huge Father's Day and grads sale. So this was $400 off, and then instead of paying $250 for an adapter, it was only $50 when you buy a new camera. Because with the mirrorless, Nikon did make a new mount, so the regular F-mount lenses that I do have don't work, so that's why you need the adapter. A lot of cardboard in here to make sure everything is nice and secure. Whew, look at this. That is beautiful. It is so freaking light as well. You got the mirror that comes out. Viewfinder, yep. This is a nice camera. Let's gently put that down. You got the strap. USB-C to USB cable. The charger. Battery. Wonder if this is the same battery as my other cameras, because if it is, it'd save me a lot of hassle. I think it is. We can test it out, but it looks like the same. I don't imagine Nikon would be changing their batteries. Let's see what's this. No idea what the fuck this is. Random. And then, for the charger, so it plugs into the wall. So yeah, really not much in this box. Also have the instructions, which is always good to keep on hand with you, because you never want to be like in the middle of a shoot and not know what happened to your camera, so you can usually just, look at the manual. That's what one of my teachers taught me. It's pretty good advice as well. Now we're going to look at the adapter. If I can get this freaking box open. Oh my god. Ooh, there it goes. Instructions probably again. Definitely need instructions for an adapter though. And then this is the adapter, so you can, mount this to a tripod. Your Z lens goes here, and this part goes into the mirrorless camera. So yeah, obviously you can tell how much bigger they made the lenses, so you can hold a lot stronger and not be, as scared. Some of the heavier and bigger lenses, so that's nice. I did also buy a new lens as well. Because, you can't have a new camera without a new lens to accompany it. I got this from B&H. I bought it used, like I do most of my lenses, because I am just cheap like that. Let's see. So this is a F mount, so that's why the adapter comes in handy. This is a 16-80 as well. So yeah, it'd give me, a good amount of focal ranges, and it's not a fisheye one either, so I don't have to worry about any of the warping. And then it comes with a hood. Let's see if I can get this on. This is a new looking hood. I've never seen one of these type before, but still cool nonetheless. So let's break this bad boy onto the camera. I'm gonna put it on here first. Okay, so this little switch is to take it off, which is nice to know. Yeah, looks okay. You know, obviously it would be nicer to have it to the camera, but they still haven't released a whole lot of lenses, native lenses for the Z mount yet, which is hoping something they will change. I'm gonna put this on here. Oh, that's a nice looking sensor. And yeah, there we have it. Nice and snug. Yeah, everything looks fine. Really sturdy, so it's not like it's gonna go anywhere. The adapter doesn't add that much of a weight or any kind of difference, so after a while, you know, you won't even really notice it's there. Also kind of nice, gives you more space between your hand and the focus. You don't accidentally move it, which is nice. Let's see, what else do we have? I believe this is the ND filter that I got for the lens as well. Oh, yep. Let's just open this bad boy up. Yeah, so I got one that switches, so you can go from light to really dark. Because I feel like the ones that are just one level are kind of useless, you know? So let's just screw this on here. There we go. Nice on and tight. So now we have everything we kind of basically need for, you know, your camera. ND filters are really helpful if you're in like bright sunny places, and since I'm going to like the desert soon, it's gonna come in big handy help. We got the XQD card here. Yep, I did not know that these would be so expensive. This is 120 gig, and it was like $200, which if you used to SD cards like I am, it's a big shock and difference. So yeah, so that's maybe the only downside of XQD cards is they are so expensive, but they are a lot faster and so much better. So that's a bonus, but that's also, you know, why they're so expensive. Oh yeah, they're so much more sturdy and stronger than SD cards. You know, the SD cards are like flimsy and stuff. But this is real tough. And there's no charge in the battery. Let's see if one of my old ones will work here. Oh yeah, that works. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is a nice little setup here. Obviously, you gotta play around and stuff. Yeah, so far looks good. Let's see, what else do we got? We also have the XQD card reader for my laptop. There we go. Yeah, so this is an XQD to USB-C, which is what my MacBook has. No USB ports, so you have to do this, and yeah. Because you've got to get the stuff off the card, that is kind of important. I also have some more ND filters here that I got. This is for my Mavic Air drone. Because like I said, I am going to the desert. I'll be there when this video is uploaded. So these are going to come in big handy down there. let's see, what's this? Stickers, which is cool. Instructions, and kind of like how to put it on in case you don't know how filters work. So yeah, they just come nice in this little small case, which is cool. And then yeah, these things are so small. Like, look at this. This is the filter. Like, that's crazy. And I got one with four different ones. So it goes from, I believe, what is it, 4 to 8, 6 to 8. I got, 8 to 64. So a lot of different options. And we're gonna put it on my drone right now real quick. Screw this bad boy on. And there we have it. Nice little filter on our drone. So you can easily just put the gimbal clamp back on with the drone on and not even really notice it's there. So I can easily just leave that one on there and then just put the one that came with it on there. So yeah, it's nice and simple. Definitely if you have a drone or fly a drone frequently, ND filters for it definitely come in handy. That way you can keep your shutter speed low and get those nice, smooth cinematic footage. Let's see, we also got a capture clip from Peak Design. Peak Design does make a lot of nice accessories. Ooh, that looks nice. Let's just see if we can get this out. So yeah, Peak Design makes a lot of nice camera stuff, from bags to accessories to tripods. But they do use like really nice materials and metals and stuff like that. So like that's why there's a lot of their stuff is super expensive for those reasons. But it also means, they're high quality and won't break very easily. How does this open it? Oh, here we go. Comes with a carrying case. I believe there are screws in here as well for backpack, which is mainly what I'd use this for. Sticker as well. Never have enough stickers on your stuff. Yep, the screws. So you just unscrew it like this, and then I'm going to put the other screws on because I'm mainly going to use it on a backpack, and these screws are thicker for that reason. It does take forever to screw out though. Come on, Oh, there we go. Losing everything here. Let's put these back. See a little tool here, which is nice that they provide you instead of having to go find one yourself, which always seems impossible. Yep, that one is snug. And then you just slide this out and put this on a backpack. Actually, we'll loosen it a little bit to put it on my backpack first. So I have many different camera backpacks and, camera strap thicknesses. So this kind of works for all sizes. So that's nice and helpful. So this thing is now nice and secure in here. This is not going anywhere. Like this is really in there. And then I dropped it. Where you go? You put this part on your camera. I don't think I'm there yet to put it on my new camera, so I have an old one right here. I'm just gonna put this on. Again, you're gonna need the tool to tighten it. There we go. That's nice and tight. We're gonna put this on. Oh, might have made it a little bit too high, but let's see if we can get this on. And I believe you just do this and then slide this in. There we go. And then it's in. Yep. Oh yeah. This thing is not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, obviously you put it down here more. It's like this is kind of awkward, it's like, oh, look at me. So shoot from my shoulder. Yeah, this is not gonna go anywhere. It's nice and secure. So, You know, like I'm gonna be hiking, so it's just nice to put like maybe the film camera here, and then I'll be carrying the mirrorless one, so I don't have to, you know, like have two straps and everything in the way. So yeah, and like this is not gonna go anywhere. Obviously, it will be heavier with the bigger camera or lens, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then you just push the button here and slide it out. Let's see. Definitely gonna put this lower because this is not the best spot to put it in. Let's see. Can I do this? Yep. There we go. Obviously, when you get good at it, practice enough, you're just gonna push the button and just slide it out with one hand. But I'm not there yet, and this is obviously too high up. And then the last thing I did buy is not camera related, but I thought I might as well just open it here anyway. Bunch of packages. Ooh, almost got the table there. So this is a new belt that I bought. Oh yeah, it's gonna look nice. Because the belt that I do have right now is a mess. Oh my god, I can't even get it off right now. There we go. Yeah, like it is seen better days. I've only had this thing for like maybe 6 months, not even, but it is completely gone to crap. So that's why I got a new one. So let's just put this on real quick. And then to do it, you just put it in the back here, and there's no need for buckle anymore, so it gets this like nice look. There we go. See, yeah, nice and snug, just like that. And then I can also put the capture clip on it if I wanted to. There we go. It's nice and secure, and then you can just put the camera, we can put it through this way now, so sideways instead of the usual top down. Obviously you need to tighten my belt a little bit because it does hang a little bit, but that's still, you know, nice and secure in there. It is not going anywhere. And then if I did put the clip on my belt, I'd have to be, you know, one of those people who tucks the front of their shirt into their pants like this, and I don't think I'm cool enough to pull that off, but you know, like I don't think I'd put this, you know, a camera there either, but if you can pull it off, then by all means wear the capture clip there. So yeah, that is everything that I bought. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a huge Nikon sale that they were doing, and that is the reason why I decided to buy the mirrorless camera. I was already looking into getting maybe a Sony a7 III, but then, you know, after doing research and stuff like that, this is kind of just as good as the camera. Obviously, it's not as good, but it's still pretty similar and close there, and since I already have a bunch of Nikon lenses, like expensive ones, because they're all 2.8 to shoot concerts. But yeah, I just figured it'd be way too expensive to have to switch the lenses and everything, and then instead of just, you know, upgrading to the Nikon mirrorless camera. So that's kind of why I did that. And kind of like if you're already with a company, you kind of have to stick with it unless, you know, you do have the money to buy new lenses. But like I said, because I was so invested in the lenses, I just stuck with the Nikon. So now I'm going to go play around with the settings on this thing until they're where I like them to be, and then we're going to go shoot some video with this. it's been a couple days since I opened everything up, and there's also been a few changes that have been made as well. So I'm going to be returning the 16-80 f2.8 f-mount lens and the ND filter that I bought for it. And then to make up for it, I bought the 14-30 f4 Z-mount lens, which just attaches right onto the camera. So there is a reason I'm getting rid of the 16-80 and using this lens to replace it, and I thought I'd share it because of all of the research I did about the Z-mount camera and then attaching F lenses. This didn't come up at all until I actually got my hands on the camera for myself. So when shooting videos on the Z6, you have different focus modes like AFS, AFC, manual focus, and AFF. So AFF is basically just continuous focus, so no matter what I'm shooting, it should always be in focus, and then through that function, you can basically do face tracking or face detection, as well as, I believe, eye as well. So for the older f-mount lenses, you would know if you've had one or ever used one, that when focusing, they make this noise. And that's just because they're motorized, and that's kind of programmed what they're supposed to do. So when you have an old f-mount lens in AFF mode, and it's constantly focusing, you get this result. So with that noise, you really just can't get any audio with this lens, and you can kind of only get silent B-roll. Now I know that the AFF isn't the only focusing mode that works with this camera or this lens, but it is just a great tool that was added to the camera, so it's like, it kind of feels like a waste to not be using it. So all the clips that you saw from my backyard were taken with the 14-30 f4 Z-mount lens, and the reason this works for AFF is because Nikon, they specifically had that in mind. So all of the Z-mount lenses have silent focusing modes, so you don't hear them at all, and you can actually take advantage of the AFF mode with them. So yeah, that was a video of me opening everything that I bought, and thank you to Nikon for having a sale at probably the worst possible time and majorly lowering my bank account.